Bin ich nicht gut. Ich weiß nicht, was ich genau falsch gemacht habe.
187 at
Keine Ahnung.
5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
They weren't even his prints, and he still confessed.
Ich meine, gut, was ich wahrscheinlich falsch gemacht habe, ist, sie aus den Augen zu verlieren. Auf der Toilette, wenn ich gewartet hätte, hätte ich sie schon lange dran gekommen.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my
Nee, wie... So, da komme ich raus.
broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Ich weiß gar nicht, wer da im Hintergrund redet, das ist mir auch egal.
Joking, Roy.
Komm, Roy, mal ein bisschen Tempo. Weil Team Bondi gern mitfährt. Naja. Ihr kennt die Line, ja.
You seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hunk.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month where the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Mit sehr viel Herz rangegangen. Ich finde es schön, wie er schon wieder Bescheid weiß, weil er lieber kontrolliert, als gegen irgendwas vorzugehen. Was immer noch absoluter Schwachsinn ist. Als ob man den Handel kontrollieren könnte.
Second floor. Apartment 6.
Erster Stock, Apartment 6.
Thanks.
Na dann. Schau mal, was hier passiert ist, ne? 8, 5.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills, falls asleep in the tub, rest in peace, case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Unsere alten Homies. Ist immer geil, wieder die Clique zu treffen. Und die ganzen Typen erstmal gefickt in den Bären. So, dann können wir ja gleich, und wenn ich sage gleich, meine ich gleich. Oh, okay, we in, boys. Ich brauche eine kurze Pause und wir schauen uns, was ist das?
Looks like barbiturates.
Barbiturate, okay. Schlaf- und Narkosemittel.
Barbiturates.
Ah, wer hätte wohl das gedacht?
What else is rattling around in this thing?
Ah, warte, wir können weiter untersuchen. Ja, ja, ja. Ah. Julia Randall.
We should speak to her doctor.
Das sollten wir
Discovering
wohl.
both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Dr. Stoneman, was geht? Und was haben wir denn
English
hier?
Smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Herrenhausjacke, alles klar. Sonst noch was? Ich glaube nicht. Was haben wir denn? Was sagt denn unser Gerichtsmediziner? Ja.
Well, Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I take a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Machen wir gleich.
Very unusual ring.
Ja.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Okay. Anderer Arm, da wird wahrscheinlich wohl nichts. Oder?
Bruising on the forearms and these look like bite marks.
Bissspuren.
Very good.
Da ging's wohl ziemlich, ne? Sag ich dir mal. Es geht um Sex, verdammt.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
Oder so.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
The morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Ja, das ist ja sehr einfach. Ich glaube nicht, dass ich diese Bürste anschauen möchte. Sie aber sonst gerade auch nicht.
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with some boys.
Ja, wir können ja noch befragen. Irgendwer war hier.
Couldn't take it anymore.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Und
Virginia
bitte.
Reynolds. I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Mr. Henderson.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very determined young lady. One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Wie war das denn falsch? Bitte was? Ich glaube weniger.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Ist mir alles zu vage.
Men friends, Mrs. Reynoldson. Spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very nice to me.
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary's sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
You're disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer any more questions.
Ah, Nutte, komm, 1 von 3
What was it
wenigstens.
like
Bitte.
working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Irgendwann muss es mal
Mrs.
treffen.
Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful.
Absolut blamabel.
One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
Mann, war es wack, muss man eingestehen. Ich glaube, weiter zu spielen war eine scheiß Idee. Fotos. Ich sehe immer nur sie da drauf.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Naja, warte. Das sieht nicht nach irgendwas aus. Wahrscheinlich ist in irgendeinem der Bilder was drin, fragen wir mal so. Sagen wir mal so.
Been a modeling assignment.
Modeljob, okay. Die Company, okay.
It's place to start.
Das klingt gut. Da ist beim dritten wahrscheinlich nichts mehr drin, aber schauen wir trotzdem mal rein.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Dachte ich mir. Na dann. Wollen wir mal? Oder wie, oder was?
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Ich verstehe immer noch nicht ganz, was wir hier machen.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who
Ach so,
can't handle
stimmt.
their
Morph.
dope.
Ja, deswegen. Die Drogen und so. Deswegen sind die dabei. Na gut. Gehen wir mal zu...
You can drive.
Zu wem gehen wir eigentlich?
Do we know where we're going?
Doktor ist vielleicht gar nicht schlecht. So Dr. Stoned Man. Mit dem ganzen Weed und so.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You
bist
could
ein
learn a
Rassist.
thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing off his lunch.
Das ist so gesehen erstmal nicht falsch, ne? Alte Sack. Und ich glaube, den Fall kann ich noch in der Aufnahme hier unterbringen. Dann reicht doch erstmal wieder. Aber bis dann haben wir bestimmt noch massig Zeit. Und bitte. Ist hier? Hier. Ah, okay. Gibt es sowas wie eine Rezeption oder so? Jemand, der wissen will, ob ich privat versichert bin? Das ist ein Hinterausgang. Das wollte ich nicht. Ach, das ist wahrscheinlich irgendwo weiter oben.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Das ist auch eine schöne Sichtweise. Wo wollen wir hin? Dr. Stoneman 505. 504. Soll das hier sein? Ne, 502. Was? 50. Was ist das für eine Nummerierung? Das ist totaler Schwachsinn, Alter.
Yes, sir. Your name?
Ja. Polizei.
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Ja, das geht doch. Warum waren wir denn unhöflich? Sie hat nicht mal angefangen, uns unhöflich zu sein.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
She was disturbed, though.
Well, not in the conventional sense. She had trouble sleeping.
Das war wahrscheinlich falsch. Wahrscheinlich hätten wir ihn mit dem Anzug in Verbindung bringen sollen.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Seine Stimme hat mir irgendwie nicht gefallen.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
as I warned her. But she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Songman. We'll be in touch.
Vielleicht hätten wir das mit dem Anzug machen müssen. Ärgerlich. Gut, dann wollen wir jetzt wahrscheinlich zu,
Advice? What are we missing? Let's go back to the apartment.
Was ist noch was beim Apartment, ernsthaft? Na, ja doch die Jahresjacke. Naja, Nein, warte. Gut, na, die Praxis ist abgeschlossen. Schauen wir eben nochmal zum Apartment. Weil ich nicht wüsste, was ich da vergessen haben sollte. Nee, mir fällt nichts ein, keine Ahnung. Was?
The old boy is lying.
Ja, natürlich tut er das.
About what?
I don't know.
Er kennt sie.
He looked relieved when you said she was dead.
Oh.
It's a strange reaction to have to the death of
Das ist interessant. Er war leicht. Ich habe das nicht gesehen, aber wenn er es sagt. Ich glaube, man Homie das.
Fine, where are we headed?
Also was haben wir übersehen, ha? Sag mal was an.
Have you noticed how Croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Kennt sich scheinbar jemand aus. Schön, dass es ausgeblendet wurde, bevor er die Ampel umgefahren hat. Habe ich genau gesehen. Also was haben wir hier vergessen? Wo geht's nach oben da? Renn doch mal mehr. Fette Sau. So, die Alte ist weg. Ich schaue mich jetzt mal um, wenn ich nichts finde, nämlich einen Intuitionspunkt. Naja, das ist ja wohl unwichtig. Das auch. Kühlschrank? Nee. Können den irgendwas anrufen? Oder auch nicht? Was haben wir hier übersehen? Das Bild vielleicht? Wenn wer denn so riesige Bilder von sich in der Wand auf hat? Kann ich auch mal gönnen. Sie ist weg. Ich hoffe, es hat nichts mit der Haarbürste zu tun, ansonsten wäre ich sauer. Ich werde mir jetzt die Haarbürste aus Prinzip anschauen. Und er wird sagen, oh, nichts. Wusste ich doch. Ist nur der Vollständigkeit halber getan. Was habe ich übersehen? Jetzt kann man schauen. Das hatten wir auch schon. Ich verstehe nicht, was hier sein soll. Ich habe auch überhaupt keinen Intuitionspunkt. Schauen wir eben zum Bekleidungsgeschäft. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was sie sagen soll. Ist mir jetzt auch egal. Ich werde jetzt nicht ewig rumsuchen wegen irgendeinem möchtegern Verdacht. Schauen wir mal. Was das Bekleidungsgeschäft zu sagen hat. Und wenn das nichts bringt, dann müssen wir wieder eine Lösung konsultieren. Vielleicht wieder irgendeine total dumme Kleinigkeit, an die niemand denken würde.
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we
Naja,
going?
was haben wir denn hier? Manche würden sagen, das war verschwendete Zeit. Aber ist mir scheißegal. Ich habe überlegt, ob ich einen Reim finden soll, aber... Da bin ich lieber jemand, der mitfährt. Die Bootmaschinen von Nick wird zwar nicht mehr gepflegt, aber das muss man eigentlich schon noch hinzufügen. Ja, ich, will zu ficken.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
Du hast sie umgebracht, du Schwein!
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Ja, bestimmt richtig.
Tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
Sehr gerne.
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to me.
I'm very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Er sieht so ähnlich aus wie ihrer. Nur, dass der irgendwie...
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Ja, kann schon.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Ah, das hört man doch gerne.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Woher wussten wir von Mr. Henderson? Was hat die Dingens nur gesagt, ne? Ja, keine Ahnung, ich glaub sie.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
Wahrscheinlich war das falsch. Hier hätten wir anzweifeln sollen. Oh, nö.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment.
Oh.
I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
Woo!
What?
Drop the bomb.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Ja, Moment, es hat ja niemand gesagt, dass sie... Dass sie... was hat niemand gesagt? Hat niemand gesagt, dass sie sich umgebracht hat. Genau, ich habe nur gesagt, sie wurde tot aufgefunden.
Phelps 1247.
Ist sie irgendwie von einem Selbstmord ausgegangen? Wollt ihr das hören? Steckt sie da irgendwie mit drin?
Are there any messages for me?
Oder heißt, sie wurde tot aufgefunden, impliziert das, dass sie mit Selbstmord in Verbindung hängt, wenn man das schon so sagt.
Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Gehen wir mal in die Zentralklinik. Rück mal rüber, Junge, ich kann nirgends hin.
Alright, where to?
Ja, Die Dame kam mir zwar sehr ehrlich vor, aber... Wie schön, wie er steht, Freunding.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Kann eine Frau nicht einfach als Ding bezeichnen, das geht nicht. Nicht mal in den 50ern.